Hey guys, this is Shiny Zekrom, and welcome back to another PMU video. This time around, we're gonna go to the fourth of the 4 new dungeons that recently got released this past Friday. This one's gonna be called Sentimental Aquifer. Right now, I recommend if you don't have them, at least remember to get them out of storage. You are going to need your red chain items at the end of this place for something later on. The location of this dungeon is actually going to be pretty much right at the base of Skylift. Excuse me. So, if you go to Skylift, just follow the normal, or I should say, to get to this dungeon, follow the normal way you would go to Skylift. And then you're going to notice that there's a little body of water here now. This used to be open land, but now there's some water. And right over here, this is the entrance. We have our red chain items here in the back ready to go, and let's hop to it. Sentimental Aquifer. Okay, the first 30 floors. Pokemon you're going to find are mainly water types, such as Azumarill, Vaporeon, Swampert, Quagsire, Ludicolo, Beedrill, Marshtomp, Poliwhirl, Wishcash, and Golduck. And there is one recruitable, Carbink. Gen 6 Pokemon, and its official release outside of an event, because it was back in a PMU 7th anniversary event. Items you're pretty much going to be looking around for are going to be apples, poke, shards, big mushrooms, heart scales, reviver seeds, ethers, and water stones. Shards are hidden on 21 plus floor, big mushrooms 1 plus hidden on the floor, all floors hidden on walls for heart scales. Waterstone will be hidden on water, all floors as well. And reviver seeds will be hidden on the floor as well. Another recommendation I would possibly say is to have Frisk. There is actually a very important item that you can find later that is hidden on the water. We'll talk about it once we get to the floors. For now, let's get going. One of the major things I'm going to say is be careful, because there are going to be a lot of AoE users here. Predominantly, you're going to see Earthquake, you're going to see Magnitude, you're going to see Muddy Water. Yeah, those kind of moves. Just be very careful when you're running through here. And there's also bit of water sporting as well, so types will change. There's also mud sport, as you just saw. And at least Marshtomp and Swampert do this. They love to use Protect. Now, of course I say I recommend Frisk for something later on. But of course, even frisking heart scales is worth it. Shards are also good to find. Big mushrooms are terrible item to find either. Level recommendation here is Pokemon here are within the 60s for level, so I'd recommend probably being around that. Of course, having a ghost would be a not a bad idea at all, because there is quite a bit of goodies around water and walls and stuff. And I always just say I recommend Ghost over Water, honestly, because it's much more worth it to me to just have a Ghost. Why be able to travel on just water when with a Ghost you could travel on water and travel on walls? Especially, wow, unlucky. What was I going to say, though? Just in the case, for example, that you find a really good item that is on water. Oh, great, I have a water type, but it's surrounded. Crap, I can't do anything. That's why I always recommend it goes. You don't really need Cloud 9 here, to be honest, because, well, there isn't any weather. It's always clear weather, no matter what floor you're on. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised we're flying through this as fast as we did. And we took a bit of a dent in our HP a little bit ago, but we're doing okay. Here's that muddy water spam usage I was talking about. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Just pretty much be prepared. I will say though, as I did say, you are gonna want your red chain items. You do not have to bring them immediately with you because I will say later on as a little spoiler, there is going to be a storage for us to use. Now, this said storage is another spoiler, I guess, after the last floor of the dungeon. So, if you do actually forget it, don't worry, you will be able to pick them up. But I do say, though, it is pretty much a requirement to have them. Because, well, you will see, but you are going to need them for the end of the dungeon. Other than that, how have you guys been doing lately? I know we've been kind of quiet, so I guess I'll talk about that for a little bit while we head off to trying to get to 31F, which will be our next point of interest. I've been doing pretty good. I've just recently been kind of tired and just having moments where it's just like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Yeah, I'm really hoping that I can get back into Soul Silver soon. I really, really would like to, but I've just been tired, and I've been playing actually a lot of Pokemon Go recently. I've been getting back into that, and Pokemon Go has actually been insane for me. At the time I'm talking about this, this is the pretty much last main day before the Adventure Week is over. Now, I've been playing most of the event, and I've gotten, actually, as well as Ho-Oh getting re-released with its shiny and everything, I've gotten actually 4 shinies out of this Adventure Week in Shiny Ho-Oh. I've gotten 2 shiny Ho-Ohs from raids, and I've also gotten a shiny Aron, which is now Aggron, and a shiny Kabuto, which is now Kabutops. I've just been having a lot of fun with it recently. And I'm actually curious, have you guys been playing any Pokemon Go recently? I want to hear. How's it, if you've been playing, how's Adventure Week been and everything? Adventure Week has actually kind of helped me out a little bit. I was finally able to get Aggron, and just be able to get my Rock-type badge up. Did you also get Alolan Exeggutor while that was out for those few days? I definitely tried to get as many of those as I could, due to the fact that it being part Dragon, and Dragon is actually the last type badge I need to get up to Gold now. I think I'm around 97 to 99, maybe even in 100 at this point, Dragon, so I still have a lot to go. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully soon. There's also a Community Day coming up. Are you guys excited about that as well? I can't wait, personally, because just the other day, right before the raid I got my second shiny Ho-Oh at, I actually had just gotten my first Tyranitar. Bitestone at set, so the ideal DPS set. And I was just like really excited because it's like finally. And then also getting the shiny versions of it coming up soon is going to be fantastic. And the suspected Smackdown as well is going to make Tyranitar the best rock-type attacker there is. So I'm really excited for it. Anyways, enough about that, because we're actually pretty much just about there. This floor, next floor, and we'll be at the next section. 30, and here we are. Alright, so we have made it to 31F. NPCs are going to look a little bit different. They're going to include, of course, some water types, but some changes such as Relicanth, Omastar, Seismitoad, Golduck, Lantern, Whiscaster, Vaporeon, Quagsire, Poliwhirl, Gastrodon, Kabutops, Swampert, and Carbink is yet again recruitable. Carbink is throughout the entirety of the dungeon, 1 through 60. Yeah. The same items to pick up, like apples, poke, hidden shards, 21 plus, big mushrooms hidden on all floors, on the floor. Heart scales hidden on walls, all floors. Reviver seeds hidden on the floor, all floors. Ethers, Waterstone hidden on waters, all floors. But one specific item got added, and it's going to be once we hit 40F. It is the release of the final fossil that has not been released yet, the cover fossil. It is either 40 through 50 or 40 through 60. We have not been able to confirm floors in these couple days, but I figured to get the information out there. Let me quickly talk about that, speaking of which. So, I think it's 40 through 50, and here's why. If we notice the pattern of fossils that are not in TC, which would be Dome, Old Amber, and now the cover fossil. Dome was a 10 floors, floors 11 through 20, and it was hidden on walls. Old Amber was hidden on floors, floors 26 through 36, so you see my pattern, it's at least 10 floors. I think that was just yeah, okay. But it always seems to be a 10 or 11 floor pattern. Someone found one as early as 40F. I found mine on 48. So I'm thinking definitely 40 through 50, but we are unsure if it is also past 50 and could be 51 plus. But if I had to guess, I am guessing 40 through 50 is probably where it is located, based on the generic patterns. The cover fossil, a Carbink. We'll go after this, actually, since, well... Oh, we actually got it! Nice! I'm actually kind of surprised, because we also had our, thing. We had our, friend Bo stickied up. But yeah, that's the pattern I think the cover fossil is, and that's why I am suspecting it is 40 through 50. But definitely do pay attention, because it's hidden on the water just like water stones are. So you could very, very easily miss it. Oh, that's awesome, though. I'm really surprised. We got the Carbink. There are, as you could probably have tell by me not saying it, there are no eggs throughout the entirety of this dungeon. The only way you're going to get Pokemon is by getting a cover fossil and reviving it for Tortuga, or recruiting Carbink. No other Pokemon at all. Now, I'm kind of rushing just because I do want to say there is going to be 3 endings to this dungeon, as a little spoiler, and we are going to cover all 3 in this video. Because the way you get to all 3 endings is the same exact way. So, to me, there really was no reason to split them up into 3 videos, kind of like the lakes. There was no reason, in my opinion, to separate out 3 dungeon videos just to show a different ending. You know? I feel like that's just kind of a waste, and is more so would be better towards, you know, leaving later parts for later, you know, later parts are actually new dungeons and not the same one, just a little different ending. So how that will work is, as you can see, I'm going through the dungeon with you once, so you at least know what it looks like and get the feel for it and everything. What I'm going to do next is, once we complete one ending, I will continue on and do the dungeon again. I will meet you guys back where we will open up a thing to go to the next path. The bosses in all 3 sections, I will say there are bosses, the bosses will all be different. That is why I want to show all 3 paths. Also, with cover fossil, that is why I really recommend Frisk here if you want a cover fossil. Hidden on water, and it's a very, very rare chance. And we might actually have probably one of the best shots to find one as well. Because we have a monster house here. The reason I say that is monster houses can actually do the following for you. Monster houses, won't have traps. They won't have, whatchamacallit. They won't have traps, and they won't have, what was I going to say? They don't have traps, and they don't have water or anything. But they can still, of course, have items from, like, the water and walls and such. Like, the other day, I actually found a heart scale in a monster house. Now, the reason I'm hitting enter and kind of just going through this is monster houses are probably the best, oops, I did not mean to pick that up. But monster houses are the best way that you can, if you don't have Frisk, to find a cover fossil. Reason being is, as I said, it's very easy to just, go through this because it's only a 10 by 10. So it's a very quick search. And if you get through all the Pokemon, it doesn't really threaten you that much. And of course, if there's an item already out on the floor, you can of course just F-attack underneath. So I only have 1 hidden shard, that's all. No problem. But it was cool. Because I guess that kind of shows you what you can do with monster houses. Especially if you, say, frisking through the floor and find a monster house, have all the hidden items. Oh, I don't see a cover boss or anything I want. I just run to the stairs. But yeah, I didn't want to go through this dungeon 3 times over just for a different path. I just felt it'd be worth to kind of do like I did the lakes. I cut till something important. Like maybe I would definitely clip if I somehow found a cover fossil. And, or I get to the part where I'm ready for the next path. Okay. And I guess I forgot all this way. This dungeon is 60 floors in total. Okay, so we're at 51. And like I said, this is where I suspect that the cover fossils kind of stop spawning. But I don't know. Okay. We're doing pretty good so far, I would say. Also, I'm possibly thinking while I'm going through this dungeon a couple more times, I have a feeling that Salamence may actually hit level 92. I'm unsure. Okay, almost there, 58. Oh, that was Endeavor. Okay. Guess we'll have to not warp like one room over. That's better. Rip. There we are. 59. 60. Just need to find the stairs. Come on, where are you? Come on out, I don't bite. But yeah, as you can kind of see when it gets to the later floors, this is where the AoE spam comes in. You will start to notice it a lot more. Okay, they gotta be over here then. Somewhere. Come on. Oh, come on. Ooh. There we are. Okay, so after 60F, you're gonna get here, which is the Aquifer Crystal Passage. Right here, this is where your storage is, so if you do not have your red chain items, I recommend getting them now because up here, under Sentimental Aquifer Depths, right here, the warps will take you right out of the dungeon immediately. Don't touch them. Red Chain of Valor here. Red Chain of Verity here. And last but not least, the Red Chain of Equity. Yep, this is where you use them, and you have to use them to progress to actually beat this dungeon. If you do not, and you take the warp, it is not beating the dungeon, I'm pretty sure. But we are going to go in order of how we got our red chain items. So first, we got the Red Chain of Equity from Lake of Equity. So we're going to go up here. There is always going to be, with these 3 paths, there is going to be a puzzle as well. This puzzle, it is hitting switches and running. Make sure you are on the quick because you don't, some of these, you don't have much time to do. And some of them can be tricky, like, oh, you have to open this one, then hit that switch, which opens the one up there, so you have to get back through the door really quickly, and then get through that one. This one opens this one up here, which then, in return, you have to run back through there, and then run all the way over here. So you have to, like I said, you have to be very quick with your movements. Then hit that one, and we are at the end. This is easily the quickest of the 3 puzzles. Alright, let's head in. The boss of the Equity Path is none other than Uxie. I have been waiting for you, Shiny Zekrom. This is the trial of knowledge. Show me your true strength of mind and body. Uxie has 2 drops. Nothing, or it can drop the Uxie Heart Slate. We did not get it. But yeah, that is the Equity Path. As I will say, and you could probably guess how the other ones are going to go, we have technically beat the dungeon. Except I want to show the other 2 paths so you guys know the other bosses, their drops, and how to solve their puzzles. So I will meet you guys back when I have either found a cover fossil or I have gotten back to the end and I'm ready to do another path. Alright guys, we have made it back. This is the second roundabout. We did the Equity Path last time, and to be fair, we're going to Verity, which was in Tanran. So we're going the Verity Path. This one is none other than an icebreaker puzzle. Thankfully, I have the solution right here for you guys. I'm not going to show it on the side, so listen carefully. 2 right, 1 up. 2 right, 2 up, 3 right, 2 up, 1 left, 1 up, 2 left, 1 up, 1 left, 1 up, 1 left, 2 up, 4 left, 2 up. Right here, this is where I'm counting the second part to start. You go 2 up, 3 right, 3 up, 2 right, 1 down, 3 right, 2 up, 2 left, 2 up, 1 right, 2 up, and 4 left to get to here. Not that bad when you know the solution, but there it is for you guys. This what I would say would be definitely the hardest one if you did not have a guide. Anyways, let's go meet the very... Alright, for whatever reason it decided to freeze there. Sorry you are going to hear my login music instead of the music that should be playing. That's because of the login. Anyways, the Verity Path boss, Mesprit. I've been waiting for you, Shiny Zekrom. This is the trial of emotion. Show your true strength of mind and body. Mesprit has 2 drops. It will either drop nothing or the Mesprit Heart Slate. And that's really about it. These bosses seem to not have buffs on them. Alright, well I will meet you guys back for the very last of the paths, the Valor Path. Meet you guys back in a moment. Alright guys, I am back, and here we are. It's time for the third of the paths. The Red Chain of Valor to unlock the door. This is the second easiest one in my opinion. So, you may look and be like, oh crap, lots of warps. It's actually very simple. So the first one, you're just going to head all the way up here. Now for the rest, just go down. The reason this is a thing is this. Azelf, who is the boss, as a spoiler. Well, you would probably guess it anyways at this point, seeing Uxie and Mesprit. Yeah, Azelf is going to be the boss. Azelf being the being of willpower, do you have the willpower to think that it's just 14, well, I think it's like 15 or 16 straight downs. Once you finally get to the end over here, just head up. Azelf. I've been waiting for you, Shiny Zekrom. This is the trial of willpower. Show me your true strength of mind and body. Azelf also, just like the others, have 2 drops, nothing, and the Azelf Heart Slate. We did not get it, but that is okay by me, and that is going to do it for Sentimental Aquifer. I would like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys either in the next PMU video, or maybe a Soul Silver video. See you guys then.